What's up, Royals? This is Desert Crusader with video 1 tutorial of Tyrant Unleash Optimizer. Alright, first step we want to do is go into our line chat. Under TUO, there is a link that will take you to the web page you need to download. For Windows, which is what I run and what this walkthrough is for, we're going to click that top link there. It's going to take you to this. Currently, we've been running 2.4.2. If you want to run that, that's totally fine. 2.4.3 updated overload, added some new commands for sim and wars to make it easier to use and a little bit more reliable. And then here in 2.4.4, which I believe was released today, updates the skill flurry. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click that .zip file there. And if you're running like I'm running on Chrome, and down here you're going to get this little tab. That's your download queue. You just click that little tab. When it's done downloading, it's going to pop open. This is a zip file. Windows cannot do anything with zip, so what we have to do is we have to unzip that file. So just anywhere on this box, right mouse click and hit extract all. It's going to ask you where you want to designate this file. Just keep track of where you put it, that way you can access it later on. It's vital. Later on you have to know where this file is. For me, it's in downloads. And hit extract. Now we have our software unzipped and we're ready to set up our deck. To set up our deck, we're going to go into the data folder. Data folder is the only thing we go in and the only thing we tamper with. You have all these files here. This cards, the fusion recipes, the missions, and the raids has to be continually updated whenever there's new raids, new missions, new cards, new fusion recipes out. And they're a .xml document. As we get those, we'll put the links out there on TUO's chat, and we'll help you guys get those updated. This here is where you put your deck. First thing we want to do here is we got to rename it. And we want to just take off the underscore template and leave it be. In previous tags we talked about putting a .txt in there. We don't need to do that. It is a .text document here. So the .txt is will actually make it to where it's unreadable for that file, and it'll confuse the program. You won't be able to run sims. We also want to rename this owned cards, doing the same exact thing. Just take the template off there. Okay, now we're ready to import our deck. You're going to go into custom decks. As you can see, we have a bunch of decks. These are all your gauntlets. So if you wanted to run against your chances of 151 gauntlet or 200k gauntlet, different things like that. That's what we use for wars and brawls. Everything in here needs to be in a manner, just like you see here. You have a deck name, a commander, well, deck name followed by a colon, and then your commander, a comma, and then your deck. A deck without any numbers behind it, or a card without any numbers behind it, is an automatic max level card. If you have a level 3 card, all you're going to do is put a dash in there with a 3, and that tells it, hey, it's a level 3 card. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and import all the decks I have. I have a little bit more than just my deck since I run sims for other royals. Alright, I got my decks here imported, and let's go through this real quick. So I got Arcandia here, and this is his deck. He runs Typhon Vex. He has Dream Haunter, Judgment, Nova, Inferno Demon, and these were all max cards. This is how you want to set it up. Now, if you do set it up with the -6, it doesn't hurt anything, but you don't have to. It's wasted text. Once you do this, you want to make sure you've saved this file. Anytime you come in here and make a change to this file, you have to save it before you run your next sim. Otherwise, you're going to be running an old sim. Easy to forget. I do it all the time, and it drives me nuts. Alright, now we want to import our owned cards, our inventory. And the way we want to set up this inventory is very much different than our decks. We want to do as it is here in a column, and not as the comma and one line. Otherwise, it's going to read this as being one card instead of two different cards. So we have to do it like this. I'm going to go ahead and import my inventory. Alright, here's my imported inventory. When you do your inventory, you can throw commanders in here, you can throw regular cards in here. One thing you do not want to do is throw base cards in here. Even if you don't have the quad version of that card, if you have the materials to make that quad version, put the quad version in here. That way you can run the sim and set up projects. So say I have Hail Surge. I don't have Hail Rift. I have 4 of them though, so I'm ready to make Hail Rift. And I want to know how it fit into running against Razagoth Mutant. Well, then I can run the sim before I make him, and I know, well, I'm not going to waste the SP because he doesn't do anything for me against Razagoth Mutant. And once again, you want to save this file, and you are officially ready to run your first sim.